Okay, this is Rogue73 back again, and this is going to be my last video on boots. And I've left these boots to last because these are my game boots. These are the boots I wear for playing airsoft games and doing other outdoor activities. First pair I'm going to talk about are these beige, basically desert boots. Okay, again, as I said in my first video, one manufacturer I really like for boots is Magnum. Okay, and basically these have not let me down. I've had these 4 to 5 years, and they were second hand. These are the same boots that the British Army is issued with in Afghanistan and Iraq, and these boots actually come from Afghanistan. They were given to me by a friend of mine who had been just issued with them when he basically deployed back home to wear in a parade, and he never wore them again after that, so they were just worn once by him. As you can see, the sole is pretty worn, but still actually great and functional. Okay, now I do try to keep my boots clean as much as possible. What to tell you about this boot? This is a full 8-hole boot. It's got, again, metal shank in the bottom to keep you protection of under your ball of your foot. Other support pieces that they've put into this, because all this is suede front and back and suede lining at the top. It does have a durable canvas sides, and they've actually put these canvas pieces in here to give you more support on your ankle. They're giving you a nice little tongue to help pull up the boot and secure the laces when they're on. Again, just like my 6-hole ambulance boots, these have a non-slip oil sole on them. Now, one thing these boots do have, which is very great, and I think a lot of more companies should do it, they have this crease line. Okay, and basically that means this is where the boot will flex. Okay, because this is put in, it means you will not get the cracking that you sometimes get in some boots when you are kneeling in a kneel position for a very long time. Remember, these boots were designed for the army, and kneeling down when you're in a patrol position is something you constantly do. So this type of feature on your boot is very important to give the flex of the foot so that the sole does not crack on it. So that is one great design I really find really useful on these. These have very good grip on them, but I do find in a wetter environment where the mud has got a bit muddy that it will cake to the bottom of these, and it doesn't come off that easily. How do you take care of these boots? Basically, once they've got wet and dirty, I usually wash them down and then leave them in the sun. Well, not directly in the sun, but I leave them in the sun, packed with newspaper, and the newspaper will soak up any of the damp from the inside, and then the outside just dries naturally. Then taking a suede brush, I usually brush them down, and that is the best way to keep your desert boots. Okay, again, these are full tongue boots to go right up, stop all the sand from getting inside. I have worn these. I wear these in winter time as well, sometimes with the Gore-Tex socks I talked about in another video, and that gives these boots then to be a nice all-weather type boot. Now, I do have these other wonderful Magnum boots. Okay, these are another boot which has sometimes been used by the British Army, but these were privately bought by myself from Magnum themselves. This is a full leather boot. It has a different cross-country traction bottom on it, and this battery bottom is made by Vibram. It's one of the reasons why I picked up these, and they are really good. Mud doesn't stick to them too much, and so they're easy to clean. Because they're full leather, keeping them polished keeps the leather lovely and soft, and actually gives them a waterproofing on the outside. I actually have the laces off these for a particular reason, because I'm actually polishing up, getting ready for winter, and I want to be able to show you how the full tongue actually works. Basically, it is sewn all the way across, right up to here, stop any dirt or debris from getting inside. These are actually tinsulated, which means that they have a sock on the inside which will keep your foot warm in winter. Yeah. Okay, they're insulated sock on the inside, so these are winter boots. They do also have a Sympatex waterproof lining as well. So these are not only thermal lined on the inside, but they are also waterproof. These are a full military boot, which means that they're higher than normal boots. These are actually a 9-hole boot, not an 8-hole as the desert boots are. The 9th hole gives you that just extra boot height on it, and then they have lovely soft leather and padding at the back to help the boot flex when you bend. Now these boots do not have the flex point in the front as the desert boots do, but they are more rigid, so it should actually counter that out. They've actually put this lovely piece of leather ankle support on it, and they have an optional grip here. Now, some other hiking boots have these as well. I have to explain what these are for, and I can actually show you back in my desert boots about this. Okay, basically once you lace up your boot and you lace it in, you actually stick it. These are actually like a locking device, and you lock it. Okay, so this is set to your foot. You've got your foot nicely secure in your boot, and then you lock it down. Then you start lacing up your ankle piece. Okay, so the actual pressure on here and here is different. It's not all one pressure, because if you have all one pressure in your boot, what's going to happen is that you're actually going to cut off circulation to your foot. Okay, so by having this locking device, you can actually separate what type of pressure you have on this part of your foot to keep your foot in place and around your ankle. Now, the other alternative is that you don't have to use this. You can skip this piece and go straight onto the next loop, and again then you can have easier pressure on it. But these locking devices are really good and really important. Okay, and that's what they have on this. This is a locking device on this one. This is an optional hook if you wanted to hook it in, and it will give you a nice support to push your foot into the back of the boot and keep it in place, then lacing it up more lightly across the top of your ankle. Okay, so again, these are my boots. I hope that's answered a lot of your questions. If you have any other questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. I hope you liked this video. Please like and subscribe, and this is Rogue73 signing off.